This is the biggest deciding factor on how I decide what I sell. This one thing is the most important aspect that I look for. Hey, it's Don. Today we're going to talk about the most important factor that I use in determining what to sell. There's tons of things you can sell out there. You name it, you can sell it. Now, most people start off selling online using household goods and clothing. That's usually where most people springboard into reselling to begin with. It's the easiest thing. It's the low-lying fruit, so to speak, of selling in general, of reselling. You can always go to a thrift store and look through hundreds of different pieces of clothing almost any day of the week without any problem. Now, of course, there's not always going to be good things to be found in clothing. Other factors with something like that are it's a one category item. Most every piece of clothing is just going to go into clothing category. Now, the ultimate deciding factor to me is when an item has multi-category interest. Now, I get asked what that means all the time. Multi-category interest is nothing more than that one item that you're looking at may have interest in many different categories. Now, the more categories an item has interest in, the better it will sell and the higher it will sell for most all of the time. If an item is only interesting in one specific category like clothing, you're only going to have somebody looking for a piece of clothing looking for it. But if the item is, say, a collectible tied to, let's say, a hotel, in a hotel, you can find clothing items, so uniforms, belts, buckles, buttons, postcards, brochures, luggage labels, china, towels with their initials on it, napkins with their initials on it, cloth napkins, menus, photos of the building, slides, movie film of the building. Those are all different items, all tied to the very same place, the very same entity. So items like that would be all multi-category interest. Let's say you find a china plate from a specific hotel. That china plate will be collected by people who collect china, also by people who collect stuff from a specific town where that hotel was, or people that collect hotel collectibles or travel in general. Could also be collected by other people who, say, worked at the hotel at one time. Those are all aspects of why somebody collects something. So if I can find items that have multi-category interest, I have far better opportunities to sell them to far more people. Again, the more categories something can go into, the more interest you will have because there'll be more people looking for it. With the clothing example, let's say you have a shirt that you're going to list. It's just going to go into the shirt category in clothing. There may be only 5 or 10 people that are interested in that specific design, that specific shirt. Now with the plate, for example, the china plate from a hotel, that item could go in multiple categories. I could put it in hotels, travel, city-related, historical memorabilia, even in advertising. There's at least 5 categories I can put an advertising plate for a hotel in. Many, many different places. Each one of those categories may have that same 5 or 10 interested in it. So if it's a multi-category item in 5 different categories, there could be 5 times as many people interested in that item than if it would just go into one, like the shirt. Now, the biggest question about this I get is, should I list items in 2 categories? Right off the bat, I will tell you, I never, ever, ever, for any reason, list in 2 different categories. For one, it costs you more, and I am cheap. I don't spend money if I don't deem it relevant. So I don't worry about that at all. And 2, there's also ways to get around that without having to spend the extra money. So if you have a multi-category item that could sell in 5 different categories, I usually pick the highest selling category first. So if I'm going in Terapeak and I'm looking for similar items and I find something in there that matches or is at least very similar, same style, same type of item, maybe from a different hotel, I use that to judge what sells for the most. So if the majority of sales for a similar item were listed, say, in pottery versus the hotel section, I would probably list that item in pottery first, china plates or wherever the case may be, where it would go first. That would be my first case. And what I also do is with my store categories, I'm able to put other places as well at the same time. So I may list on eBay as China plate to start off with, but in my store categories, I may list it if I've got a breakdown in collectibles or, some other different aspect of it. Some items I list in a military section as well as, say, a button section or a postcard section and a military section if it's a military-related postcard. So you can play a little bit around with listing the item in specific store categories. So when someone comes into your store or they click on your item to see your other items, they can narrow it down by that specific basis. So if they look in, say you've got a hotel section, collectibles, postcards, whatever you may have, they can look at it specifically to their interests. So if they're only a postcard collector, once they get in my store, even though I may have listed, say, an advertising postcard in another section on eBay, they can still sort it down through the sections they may want in my store. What I also do with this type of item, once it's been up in, say, the first category, let's say I picked the pottery for the China plate, once it's been up for 6 months or so and I don't have any action, I'll look at it again. I'll come back in and switch it to a different category right after that and see what happens. Now, you can switch categories all day long if that's what you really want. Let's say you run it, no action, no watchers, no nothing in one category. Simply change the category on eBay that you initially listed in and switch it to a different category. That way you can still run it in different categories and still see what happens without having to pay the increase for 2 different category listings. It's an extra charge to do that. Now, I know it's not a ton of extra money, but if you do it for a whole bunch of listings saying, hey, let's try this, and you do it for a whole bunch of listings, you could double the amount of listings you have and cost you more money. So look at it from the cost benefit on that. Some people may deem it necessary to list in 2 different categories at the same time. It may be fine with them. It may be a very high dollar item. I don't honestly worry because of how a search works to begin with. With collectibles, there may only be a dozen of a specific item they may be looking for, so the category in general is irrelevant. They're not going to need to narrow it down because there's so few available overall. If I only see 20 of something, there's no sense in me even worrying about narrowing it down because I may find some better ones that are in different categories than I would have initially looked for in the first place. So these are all aspects you got to think of. The multi-category item is always the best. You can look it up for yourself. Look at some of the items you have that could be sold in different categories. Those usually do better across the board. Now, you can verify that yourself by using Terapeak to see which of your items, whether they're a single category or a 5-6 category item. Those are big differences in price, value, views, watchers, and the whole works. So again, that's why I narrow down to very specific items we sell that do have multi-category interests. Obviously, everything we sell isn't multi-category interest. There are other factors in why we buy, but a huge factor, and the biggest factor in everything that we do look at, is that they have multi-category interest. A collectible police item, let's say a buckle or a hat badge, has multi-category interest. Uniform collectors, button collectors, belt buckle collectors, police officers, police collectors, fraternal group collectors. I mean, there's just many interests for very specific items that we sell. So all of those factors play into why I'm selling what I do. They also play into why they sell so well. I've got the boost of having interest from many different people in broad ranges of categories for just one single item, instead of that one single item like a t-shirt only being interested in by very specific people. If somebody's going to wear something, it has to be their size. So you automatically eliminate quite a few people if it's an odd size or something. Obviously, like an XXL or something like that may sell much better than just an average shirt because there's less of them made and less demand. So when they do show up, they do sell okay. So there are other factors in anything that you sell. But overall, a 1 category item just isn't as good as a 4 or 5 category item, or even a 2 category item. With a 2 category interest item or even a 3 category interest item, you can play all those fields at the same time without paying for an extra category. category. You would list it in one category on eBay. Your main eBay listing would state this category. So with your store categories themselves, again, you don't pay a dime extra for store categories. You can put them in two different ones as well. So you could cover 3 categories at the very same time. But say if it's a collectible, there's probably only going to be a few of them up, or maybe a dozen or something up at any given time. So the category search results isn't going to be that important. They'll all probably show up when someone searches on eBay. That should be the results on that. Obviously, if there's more interest in multiple categories, there'll be more people looking for it as opposed to just one specific narrowed category. So that's the game aspect of what we do with buying certain items. The multi-category interest is always the best take. So if you have a choice between something only having one category interest or 3, 4, 5, I would always take the item that has multi-category interest versus the one category. It always has done us best. It's something you should be thinking about when you're out there sourcing. There's tons of opportunity to source all types of things, but we target specific items because of this philosophy, because of the multi-category interest aspect of things. It does us better. It's a way to sell things for more money as well. It's a way to sell things to more different people in different category collectibles. So why does some of my items sell better than others? I'm able to play that sort of game. I'm able to draw upon these items from many different people interested in different categories. You may have the same exact thing. I just may have listed it in a different category or have done keywords that pull from other categories. That's a big, huge plus. It garners you more interest and usually more views, and the opportunity to send out more offers to watchers also. But anyway, that's what I have for you today. Hopefully that gave you some ideas, some thoughts. If you enjoyed this video, please hit that like button down below. You can also hit the bell icon to be notified if I post new content or go live. Subscribe and tell all your friends.
Hershey, it's a fun one. Hershey, ooh, chocolate fun, pure milk chocolate, delicious and smooth. Oh, if you don't believe me, I'll prove it to you. When you take a bite, oh, you'll say I'm right. Hershey,